All right, guys. Well, we are going live here. And the reason why is because today I had a pretty big announcement and I wanted to, well, discuss it a little bit further. And also, I had a little bit of free time. So I figured I would jump on here and answer any questions live if any of you have any questions. So if you do have any questions, and it doesn't matter what it is about, as far as building your brand on Etsy, off Etsy, all of that, go ahead and drop it in the comments and we can go ahead and do that. Also, if you would do me a quick favor, I'm riding solo today, meaning Chris Schaefer is not with me. So I can't really tell if everything is working okay. So if you guys could drop it in the comments, let me know you can see me, you can hear me, and all of that stuff. And then we will get rocking and rolling. Leave that in the comments. So let me just kind of start off by sharing the news if you have not heard what we decided to do. 2024 is upon us, and what we decided to do is for this YouTube channel, we wanted to help more people. And one way of doing that was to do what we call Etsy shop audits. And this is where we will basically take someone's Etsy shop that submits it with their permission. And then Chris and I will go and do a deep dive into this Etsy shop, and we will give our honest opinion on whether you should continue with the Etsy shop. I mean, we're going to be brutally honest on these Etsy shop audits. We're going to also give constructive criticism. We're also going to give our advice as if it was our shop. So it's more or less going to be like coaching calls. We do them privately, and we've kind of lessened them a little bit because they do require some time, but we have charged in the past upwards of $200 per Etsy shop audit, because we are doing those individually. But what we wanted to do here, and this is the whole idea behind this big announcement, which we're calling the Backstage Pass Club, I'll get to that in a minute, is we have a goal to do 52 Etsy shop audits in 2024. Now, we may do more, but we're committing to doing 52. And we are going to be starting on February 1st. We are going to release our first Etsy shop audit that has already been submitted. Now, we've already received about 70 Etsy shops that people have sent to us that want us to review their shops. Now, obviously, we can't do them all, but we are going to handpick these. We're going to get more throughout the year, but we are committing to releasing one per week, and it's going to start February 1st. So that's pretty awesome news in itself, is we are going to be doing this to help more people, and then also be able to now record it and share it on our YouTube channel. Here's where the Backstage Pass comes into play. We thought, well, number one, we're going to be having to record these privately, and we are going to record them in batches. So Chris and I, we're busy. We have a lot of other things that we're doing. And we said, let's go ahead and let's take a day. Let's discuss it. What day is going to work best for us per month? And him and I are going to jump on, and we're going to do 3 to 5 Etsy shop audits together. Him and I are we're going to connect. We're going to join just like this here, but it's going to be privately. And we're going to knock out 3 to 5 Etsy shop audits. Now, when we're recording these, we're also going to be taking these after the fact, and we're going to be editing them into single episodes. So if we record, let's just say, for example, 4 in that one session, that's going to be for an entire month, okay? Because they're going to be getting released during the week, okay? Or weekly, all right? And starting February 1st. So we're going to go ahead and commit to doing 1 day per month where we batch record. So we're going to be doing that no matter if people are watching or not. Okay. We're going to be doing these privately. But the Backstage Pass, we thought, well, what if we let people come in on these private sessions and be part of it? Come backstage, just as it says. And also by doing that, you're going to get access to these Etsy shop audits that are going to be released in the future. You're going to get immediate access to them. You're also going to get the unedited raw version of these immediately, because as soon as we're done, they're going to be live for the Backstage Pass Club members. And the other thing that you're going to be able to do as a club member is you're going to be able to ask questions. So we're going to hang out just like this right here. I have nothing scripted. I have nothing planned other than just to explain here what we're doing. And we are going to hang out. So this is really for people that want to, number one, and get value out of seeing us critique and coach these Etsy shop owners through how to grow it. Okay. And like I said, we're going to be brutally honest. We're going to discuss what we like about it, what we don't like about it, if it's a niche that we would probably just abandon, or if it's a niche that we would then maybe find another angle. And so these are going to be very, very helpful. But also, as we're doing this, if you're watching us record this live, you're going to be able to ask questions. You may have questions about why we decided to do something, or why that is what we would do, or what is something that you would do for your shop. Maybe you'll ask a question like that. So we thought, man, how can we do this to make it very easy for people to be part of this, where it's not going to cost a lot of money, where we're going to get paid a little something. We're going to basically get paid a cup of coffee. I've got a little Dunkin' Donuts here today. I went out and bought a cup of coffee before this live, and basically just keep it really low key, but very, very helpful. And for the people that want access to me and Chris monthly. So this way you can get access to us while we're doing these live sessions. But Chris and we're going to show up that one day per month, and we're going to batch record these sessions. Okay. These Etsy shop audits. The other thing that this allows us to do is it also allows us to take the members and say, hey, if you want us to do your Etsy shop and you want us to do your review or your audit, what we're going to do is, for members that want that, we're going to give them a fast pass. We're calling it a fast pass. We're going to let you go to the top of the list of people that we would be able to do the Etsy shop audits. Okay. Now that doesn't mean that we won't do Etsy shop audits of people that aren't in our club. We are absolutely going to do that. And we're going to record them and we're going to air them. Okay. But if you are part of the club, we will obviously give you priority, which also leads me to another cool little feature, because we're hosting this inside of YouTube. So our YouTube channel has this little feature built in. It's a little membership feature. And now what we can do is we can give you badges. And so with these badges, what we can do now is we can also see questions, or I'm sorry, your comments or questions that are being asked. And we'll see that little badge there. And that will also give you a little perk. That'll give you priority. Even if we're doing our normal weekly lives, we'll see that and your question will get priority. Okay. So that's the cool thing that we're doing here. All right. If you guys have any questions about this new Backstage Pass Club, let me know in the comments. If you want to join, it is super easy. On this video right here, you should probably see a subscribe and a join button now. The join button is the one that you would click, okay? If you just go ahead and you click on that join, you're going to see another video about 2 minutes long, and it's where I just give you a recap of what I just did here, and then you can join. And get this, guys, it's less than $10. It's $9.99. So we're doing that because we want it to be super affordable. We want to allow people to get access to this. And, we would appreciate the cup of coffee for showing up that once a month and letting you guys in on the backstage of this recording session. And we're going to answer your questions. So basically you buy us a couple cups of coffee and we call it a day. $9.99 is what it is. So if you're interested in joining us, go ahead and, click that join button. The other way you can do it, and I probably should have did this ahead of time, but I'll do it on the fly. If you go to, I don't know if it'll let me create a new banner. It will. So let me just do this on the fly. If you go to brandcreators.com/club, you can go there and it'll bring you right to the same thing. So I'll just put it here. Join at, guys, this is live as could be. I'm doing this right on the fly. Let's see here. I think I have to delete one of these because I've already done too many. So bear with me. Let's see. All right, cool. It should let me now. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop them in there, and I'll go ahead and try to answer them as I'm doing this on the fly. I'm not a good typer, guys. I don't like typing. I like talking more. Let's do this. Let's see if this works now. Does it work? I think it does. Hey, look at that. Yeah, brandcreators.com/club is where you can join us. All right. So let's see here. You guys got any questions? Yeah, you guys do have some questions. That's awesome. And it looks like we already have a few members here that it's already showing up as in which this is pretty cool because I wanted to see how this would work. But it looks like it's showing that you have that badge, which is pretty cool. Looks like Olivia. What's up, Olivia? Thanks for joining. Anush, what's up? Woodcrafter in your pocket. Look at that. We already got some members showing up here, and I can see that you're a member because of that badge. It's really cool. Let's see here. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and answer some of these questions. Interesting idea. Is it Rigger says? That's awesome. Yeah, it is. It's a cool idea, I think. Let's go ahead here. Okay. So like I said, I'll answer some questions while we're here for sure. Looks like Tanya says, what are your thoughts on using AI for design generation? I'm a fan with a little bit of a extra thing here that I would say. I personally wouldn't want to just create AI and just use that as my design. I would use AI for elements for the design. So if you needed a cowboy hat, well, I would produce that cowboy hat and I'd use it. Or if you wanted to create a cowboy boot, I would create the boot and then I would use that and I would add my own text, maybe another element. Maybe then it's going to be, I don't know, spurs for the boots or something. Like I would do that versus just creating the AI like art and then just selling it personally. Okay. So that's my thoughts there. Thanks for the question. Let's see here. Okay. Dastin, I think that's how you say your name. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Best niches to start in 2024. Here's the way I look at niches. Okay. I think that any niche can be a great niche. It's the matter of doing your validation. And this is another thing that we're going to be doing on these Etsy shop audits is we're going to be looking at the niches that these people have chosen. Right. So then we can kind of give ideas, do some drilling as far as drilling down, seeing if there's a sub niche. Maybe they're just not targeting the right niche, but there's a shoulder niche there. So the biggest thing on this is doing the validation and understanding the validation. And we've been doing this a long time. I don't look at competition as a problem because I want there to be enough demand. And usually if there's enough demand, there's going to be competition. So the way I look at niches is like, if you see a niche, start doing the validation. And if you can see that there's enough demand there for what you're trying to achieve, because everyone's different. If you're trying to make $1,000 a month, that niche doesn't need as much as it would if you're trying to make $10,000 a month. But I want a good size pie. So this way here, I have enough demand, even if there is competition, which there is going to be on a popular niche. So hopefully that helped you there. So that's that one. And again, we're going to be doing this stuff on these Etsy shop audits. Now, once again, we're going to be publicly launching these on this channel. We're going to do 52 in 2024. The difference is we're going to be doing these recordings. We're going to be batch recording these. And this way also, if you're behind the scenes doing the backstage pass, you can ask questions as far as why did we think that? Or what, maybe there's a question about the strategy that we're sharing with this Etsy shop owner. All right. So that's the other advantage of being able to be on the, in the club, as we're calling it. Let's see here. Anush says, will you really tell us if we have no future on Etsy pod e-commerce? Yes, I would. But to be honest with you, if you have the desire, if you have the drive to really want to make it work, then I don't think I'll have to say that. It might be hard to swallow if, it's something that I'm saying like, listen, your designs are just not They're just not there. We need to work on that before we can even decide if they're going to sell or not. Like, yes, I will be brutally honest with, with the shop owner, because that's what you're signing up for. I want you to get the most out of these Etsy shop audits. So yeah, I will. I don't think I'll have to say that. Although if you have a tough time, dealing with ups and downs, I mean, we all do in life, right? It doesn't matter if you have a job or not, you're going to have ups and downs. If you have a tough time with that and you're just finding it's not for you or you're not built for it, maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need for us to say, listen, it's not the get rich quick overnight. It's going to take time. You need to put in 6, 12, 18 months before you're going to be able to decide if this is going to work for you, right? You're not wasting time. You're just learning, going through that process. So no, I mean, yes, we would say that, Anush. All right. Let's see here. Oh, he must be in the car or something. He's traveling up in the mountains. So he must be in the car because he's answering some questions here, it looks like. So Chris, you're supposed to be relaxing, bud. Looks like Sue is a new member. So Sue, thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you. It's awesome. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Tanya says switching over. Okay, so Woodcrafter, this is good. Woodcrafter in your pocket. I use elements with AI or use the design as inspiration to create the design. Beautiful. Because sometimes who wants to stare at a blank screen? Whenever we're writing something, we don't want to stare at a blank screen, right? Like, I mean, when I'm writing an email, it's hard sometimes because I'm like, where do I start? So a lot of times I'll have emails that I've already written that I like, and I'll use that just to get started. So it's like a template. Same thing goes with the design. You might need AI to help you with inspiration. Great. Perfect. And I love the use of that. So thank you for sharing that. Woodcrafter in your pocket, one of our members, by the way. Appreciate you. Let's see here. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in there for me. Just trying to make sure I don't miss them. I know Chris is usually managing the chat. Okay. So Anush also said, you said we are going to take those. And I think what you meant was here, or actually, Anush, if you can clarify that on what you meant by that. I think what you're saying is that we said that we were going to do the Etsy shop audits that were already submitted. We're still handpicking. And oh, by the way, our first session that we're going to be doing is January 11th, and that's on a Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So all members will be getting notified of that session that we're going to be doing. So yeah. All right, let's see here. No, that was just froze. Okay, that's what Anush said. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's see here. How are you going to handle all the shop audit requests, which already seem to be over 52? Great question. Here's the deal. All right. Now that we're kind of here together, I can share this with you. We're committing to 52. That doesn't mean we can't do 62, right? So we're just committing to 52. But here's the deal also. We're going to pick the ones that we feel like also will be the best for people to learn from as well. Okay. So if we have 3 or 4 that are similar, and if someone watches one and theirs is similar, maybe it's similar to the one that we're doing and they're going to get the same benefit from it, then we'll just pick one. So that's how we'll handle that. Now, I will be honest, it is going to get to the point where we are going to have a lot of people submitting these. I know that firsthand. Also, because every video that we post, that's an Etsy shop audit once per week, we're also going to tell people if they want to get their Etsy shop audit potentially on an upcoming show, they can go to, and then we'll give them the link that they can submit that. So we're going to always have incoming. That's where the Backstage Pass also comes in, that if you have a Backstage Pass, you're going to cut the line a little bit. That's the Fast Pass that we've been talking about. Tanya just became a member. Thank you so much, Tanya. And did I already say Sue? Yeah, I think I did. Sue, thanks again. I can't keep track of the chat. This is what Chris usually does. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, how do we put our shop up for review? So inside of the group, inside of the Facebook group, the Rock Your Brand group, we had a post in there that we basically had people submit those. I think I also have a link here to where you can submit. Yeah, right here. Yeah. So if you go to brandcreators.com/audit, you're going to get taken to a form there that you'll fill out information about your shop. And then from there, we will go ahead and put it on the list. So yeah, so you can do that at any time. And right now, just because maybe 5 people got in immediately and they submitted it, doesn't mean that that's the one that's going to get done first. Now, like I said, before we even thought of the Backstage Pass, we were just thinking, okay, Chris and I are going to sit down and we're going to go through all of these. And we're going to pick the ones that we feel like are going to be the best to help with, but also that can create a really good educational video for people like you. But now that we're doing the Backstage Pass, changes things a little bit, because now people that are on the inside of the Backstage Pass will have priority. So yeah, so if you are a club member already, now you've already joined, today was the first day you could join, but if you already did, what you can do is you can email us, okay, support@brandcreators.com. Let us know that you are a new club member. And then what we'll do is we'll put a little star next to your name. So that way there we know that you are at the top of the list. The other cool thing is with YouTube, this YouTube membership thing, we can do private community chats. So there's going to be, and posts. So when we have something that we want to, like this, for example, we will probably put a community post up, a private community post for the club. We will basically give instructions on how to make sure that we know that your shop has been submitted. And then from there, we'll be able to highlight it or star it. So that'll be coming too. Again, this is like a pilot thing for us too, like a little beta test. We're going to do it here for 2024. And then we're going to decide if we're going to continue it for 2025 and 2026. I have a feeling we are. I think people are going to really, really enjoy these. And I think people are going to get a lot of benefit from them. So yeah. So let me go through real quick what you will be getting. And again, if you guys have any other questions, drop them in there. I'm trying to kind of man the chat at the same time. But yeah, let us know if you have any questions. And that'd be cool. All right, cool. Let me throw this up. All right, so this is what it looks like. Let me get rid of the banner. Let's see, hide that. Okay, cool. So this is what it looks like. So if you click on the join button on YouTube right now, you're going to come to this right here. And it's going to basically say join. And if you click on that join, it's going to pop up another little video, 2-minute video that'll walk you through what's included, basically what I'm giving you right now. So number one is we're doing shop audits. You're going to get a Backstage Pass. This is where you're going to get invited and you'll be able to hang out with us for about 60 to 90 minutes once per month while we do the batch recording for the Etsy shop audits. That's number one. Number two, you're going to get access to the raw, unedited replay. Okay. Immediately, as soon as we are done, Chris and I hit end, it's going to be live. It's for you. Okay. For people that are part of the club. Now, there could be 4 sessions that or 4 videos, Etsy shops that we did. Those are going to be now sent off to our editor, my son, by the way, and he's going to chop them up and he's going to edit them and dress them up a little bit, make them YouTube worthy, if you will. And then we're going to drip them out over the course of a month. And then we're going to keep building that library. So this way here, we have a steady upload schedule for these to go live every single week. All right. But you're going to get access to them immediately. Okay. The unedited raw version. The third thing is you get direct access to myself and Chris to ask questions. All right. So we're hanging out for 60 or 90 minutes. As we're going through this, you've got questions or you got a question about your own shop, you drop it in the comments. We're going to answer it. Okay. And the cool thing is everyone that's part of the club is going to also get to listen to that, even if they couldn't attend it live. All right. So that's the other cool thing. You also get the shop audit fast pass, like I already talked about, where you're going to be able to cut the line in a sense to where we're going to now put yours to the top and we'll be able to prioritize your Etsy shop to get or to get in queue to be audited. All right. And then the other thing is the loyalty badges. These things are pretty cool. See, there's currently 5. Yeah, there's 5, and they'll show up alongside your name to let us know that you're a member. And then also that'll prioritize, even if it's not for anything within the club, that will still show up. So if we do our weekly live streams like we normally do, and you have a question, that'll pop up. We'll see it. We'll make sure that we answer your question because you're a priority, because you're part of the club. All right. So that's pretty cool too. So that's all of the benefits. And again, $9.99, basically Dunkin' Donuts, the way that they roll now, it's about 2, maybe 3 cups of coffee. And I drink about 1 of these per day, generally. That's the one I buy. I usually have a couple more at home. I like coffee a lot. So yeah, $9.99 a month. That's what the cost is. Which again helps us, supports the channel, and we're able to help you and help a lot more people. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm excited about it. We'll see how it goes. Again, this is a little test that we're doing for 2024. Let me know in the comments. Does this sound like a good idea to you? Does this sound like something that you want to be a part of? Let me know. Be curious. Let's go ahead and see. I think some questions came in here. Oh, cool. This is a good one. I like this. From Honey Wesley. I hope I didn't jump the gun. I signed up, but don't even have a shop set up yet. Still going through the 123 pod course. So for those of you that don't know, 123 pod fast track course that we just finished, we wrapped that up in the end of December. That's going to be our main course for people that come into our world that want to learn from us. Okay. It's again, very affordable. It's under $100 right now. But that there helps you if you don't have a shop, or even if you have a shop and you want to create one, but also how to build a brand. Okay. But this is a great point. And I answered this question in an email today as well. And the question was, I don't have a shop. Should I join this club? And my thought is, yeah, because here's the deal. You're going to learn so much from different shops that we're reviewing. And as you continually see this, you're going to, number one, avoid making mistakes, because you're going to see a mistake that we point out that gets corrected, right? Number two, every single shop is going to be different. So you're going to learn something or pick something up every single time. And being surrounded with like-minded people is going to also help motivate you and keep you on the right track. And as my signs say here, and that one right there, taking action. That's what it's all about. So no, if you don't even have a shop yet, this is actually perfect. It's again, low cost. And it's again, for you to kind of get into the game and be part of the club. So this way here, you're supported by others in the club as well. Yeah, I think it is. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Already answered that one. Let's see here. Okay. BZ, I think it's Rigger. Will you take into account your selection of BBC? I like that. We're starting to abbreviate it now. That's awesome. Member audit for those who are making changes to their shop based on taking the live 123 pod and following these steps to brand young Etsy shops. Okay. So I think what I'm hearing here is, let's say that you make changes and you want to get an Etsy shop audit. Great. Can you resubmit it to have it done again? The answer is yes. I think that's what you're asking. Because we've had a lot of people come in for the 123 pod fast track, and they come in and they've already been doing Etsy for a while, but they've been doing the chasing the trends and doing what we call the garage sale method, where you're just kind of throwing anything and everything in the shop. After you go through that, you start to refine everything, right? And now you want to see how you're doing. So yes, these can definitely be used for us to do one now, and maybe we'll wait 6 months and do another one. And that would be a great update for people as well. So yes, we would definitely do that as well. This one here from Sue says, how do you set up upgraded shipping for the customer in the checkout for a fee? Shipping is tricky. And I don't think there's a great solution using Etsy. That's why I think with what you're saying is if someone wants faster shipping, there is in your priority settings in your, I forget what the name of it is now, but you have your custom kind of shipping where you can kind of preset that stuff. But because items are different, it makes it really, really hard. So we don't typically see that because everything usually goes out priority anyway. So for that, I think the best thing to do, and this is what we do, we don't offer free shipping on everything. Okay. What we do is we just cover some of our costs of shipping, and then we keep our shipping really low, but we build it in and kind of bake it into the product. That's how we've been able to do it. But I will be honest, Etsy does not make it easy for shipping. It's a little bit of a nightmare at times. So that's why building it into your price this way here, you can't really get hurt. That's probably the best thing to do. But also I would just offer that, priority type shipping where people are going to get it within 3 to 5 days anyway. If anybody else has any ideas, drop it in the comments and help out Sue. So let's go ahead here. Melissa says, love it. And, I can't see this because it was on Facebook. Someone on Facebook says, already signed up. Awesome. And Honey says, it did to me. I signed up as soon as I saw the email. Awesome. Yeah. And Honey says you can learn from mistakes of others. Yes, you can. Okay. And then BZ says more like when auditing changes in branding may not all be completed yet. That's fine. At least here's a good one. We might be looking at the niche because there's so many different things that go into the shop, right? It's not just like top level stuff. It's like, let's dig deeper. Let's look and see what products have already sold. Are you really honed in on your niche? Are you? I don't know. Right. And so it's going to be things that you learn and then you apply and then you're going to get results. And now we have to look at those results. So there's definitely room to do another audit. I think that's what you're asking. Cheryl wants to know, how much is an audit? Will audits be posted on YouTube eventually? Okay. There's no cost for the audits. Okay. But we're not going to be able to do everyone's audits. We have done private audits, and I do have a form somewhere on my website, but I don't really give it out much because I don't have the time, honestly, to do these individually as much as I'd like. Currently the price on those is $197 to do one of those. And basically what it is myself looking at your shop, and then from there, giving you a video of my thoughts. And it's usually 20 to 30 minutes long. But I don't do a lot of them anymore. I get a lot of requests, but I don't do a lot of them anymore. But if you want to submit yours to be done, so we can share it publicly, but we can also, share it with our club and all of that. You can go to brandcreators.com/audit and you can submit that there. And there would be no cost for that. Let's see here. PB, I want to start over. Should I start totally over with a new account or just start a new shop with my current account? My advice here on this, and this goes for anyone, I would use the same account. And there's a big reason why. As you probably have heard and probably know, Etsy with new shops is getting really, really strict. Okay. There's a lot coming in. So if you've already been approved, you've already been through the probation stage, build off of that. That's what I would personally do. Okay. Because it's already there. It's already seasoned somewhat. You've already been through the probation stage. You don't have to worry so much about getting it shut down or getting it banned because your banking information isn't aligned and all of those things. Right. So I would just rebrand and build off of that personally. So that's what I would do there. Hopefully that was helpful. Okay. So for paid audits, will they also be shown in this group or live? No, generally the the audits that I'm doing that I'm getting paid for, I'm not sharing them because people don't want me to share them. It's more like they want a private audit. Okay. Again, imagine this. If I had 10 audits to do, even in a week, that's going to take me a minimum of half hour per, right? It's to me, it's just not scalable. As far as like, there's just not enough hours in the day. So I decided I'm going to do these here like this for the YouTube channel to help people. And then also for people that are in the club, work a little bit closer by them being able to ask questions. And I think that's going to be very, very helpful. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see here. We got another new member here. I don't even want to try to say your name. I think I'm going to butcher it, so I don't even want to try. Des. I'm just going to say Des. So anyway, thank you so much, and welcome aboard. Love it. Yeah, and Anush says, Etsy shuts down new shops left and right. I should know. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm hearing a lot of it out there. Let's see here. Tanya, another new member, by the way. Does the advice around using the existing shop apply if the existing shop has been in vacation mode for a few years? I don't think so. Just because it's in vacation mode doesn't mean that it was shut down or it was flagged. Now, here's where I would change my answer. If you've had flags on your account, meaning that you've had warnings of trademark violations or you've been warned by Etsy, it might be time to start over. Okay. But in this case, if it's just been in vacation mode, no, there's been no flags. It's still there. It's just telling Etsy it's, we're on vacation. So no, I think that would be fine. Let's see here. And Cheryl says, thank you, Scott. So much value with you and Chris. Well, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. And Chris is still answering comments in there. Let's see. Okay. Here's another quick one. How do you go about changing your shop name on Etsy? I am rebranding my shop. It's very simple. You go into the editing in the settings of your account and you'll see that you can change your shop name. And I believe they let you do it, I think every 30 days. It's at least every 60 days, but I think it's every 30 days that you can change your name if you want to. But yeah, that's there. And Anush asks, do you do any take by the hand live coaching? We don't do any of that right now. Again, we used to. So for those of you that are kind of new to our world, we used to do private consulting. Chris still does some private consulting for some companies that he's been working for, a handful, for a long time. So he basically is more or less a consultant / advisor. We used to do that as part of Brand Creators. And we would take e-commerce brands and we would help them grow and scale. And they would pay us upwards of $3,000 to $5,000 to help them. But we don't want to do the consulting stuff anymore, be honest with you. Our lifestyle, the way that I'm running all the time with my daughter with beach volleyball, it's just, we're busy. And so a lifestyle for me is I want to be able to show up and help many with me being able to do, and I don't want to say less because I'm still working a lot, but where I'm able to sit down, do a batch recording of these Etsy shop audits. People are going to get benefit from that, the people that I'm doing them for, but then also being able to broadcast them is going to also help people out there, right, in the world. So as of right now, no, we are not doing any. I mean, we've talked about doing like live events, like in-person events. We've done masterminds before for e-commerce businesses. We've thought about maybe doing like a small workshop type mastermind thing. But right now it's just with everything else that we got going on, it's just not feasible to do that. So let's see. Any other quick questions here before we wrap up? I thought I was going to come on for like 15, 20 minutes, and here we are about 40 minutes in. That's how we roll. And so I say those sessions are going to be 60 to 90 minutes. They could be 2 hours. I don't know, because I want to answer questions and I want to make sure that you're getting what you need. All right. So if I missed anybody, let me know. I do want to thank everyone that has joined already. Welcome to the Backstage Pass Club. Pretty awesome. I'm excited about it. And yeah, and if you guys want to join, if you haven't already, you can click the join button on our YouTube channel now. So if you go even below this video, it should say subscribe or join. Subscribe will subscribe you to the YouTube channel, which you should probably already have done. If you haven't, you should do that. And then if you click join, you can go ahead and get the information there. And literally within 1 or 2 clicks, you'll be one of our Backstage Pass club members. And we would love it. That would be awesome. So yeah, let me put that link up here real quick, just so it's there and it's handy. And let's see, did I do it? Yeah, you can just go to brandcreators.com/club. And yeah, over the next week and a half, we're going to be testing out some of these membership features that are built in to YouTube. So I'm probably going to put up a community post that is a private post for our club members. That'll be coming. We're going to do some other cool things too for the club, be honest. I'm not going to announce what it is yet, but we've got some cool things that we've got planned that we're going to do as little unannounced, unadvertised little perks. So if you're interested in hanging out with us for our batch recording session, go behind the scenes, backstage, as it says, head on over to brandcreators.com/club and you can join right there. And we would love it. So let's see here. Yeah. And Anush says, yeah, and I'm glad that you said this, and a big fat happy new year to all. Yes. Cause we are almost here in 2024. Like, who isn't excited about the new year? We all wait for like the new year is when we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. And the cool thing is we're building our Etsy shop and our e-commerce brand really over the next 20 or 12 months. We're going to be doing a lot of building, and we're going to be doing a lot of sharing here on the channel, and we're going to be sharing inside of the club. So we're still in the trenches here. We're not just like, oh, they're an Etsy coach. No, we are, coaching people and helping people. That's our mission, to help more people build a sustainable brand. Okay. Not just an Etsy shop, but more than that. And that's hopefully what we're going to be able to accomplish here in 2024. So our 12-month little mission here is to help more people. And it's going to start with 52 Etsy shop audits. So those people, and then also the people that are going to be able to watch over our shoulder as Chris and I break down these Etsy shops and give our opinions, our advice, just from our experience that we've been building brands now for over 15 years. All right. So if you want to be part of that, we'd love to have you join. Go to brandcreators.com/club. Yeah, that's it. And you can join us there. All right. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. I want to wish everyone a happy new year. That is going to be this weekend. We're going to be doing that this Sunday. So I want to thank everyone for being part of our community and being part of this channel, being part of Brand Creators. And yeah, just want to say thank you guys for taking time out of your day. And for all of you that have joined the Backstage Pass Club, welcome. And we'll be seeing you soon. January 11th, it's going to be our first session. And I'm super excited about it. All right, guys, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing weekend. Be safe. And let's welcome that new year with a bang. All right. Take care, guys.